Look at me. Look right at me. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously sitting there, looking at your smartphone, wondering if you should download an app to advance you cash from your next paycheck? I want you to think about this right now because we are talking about your retirement. We are talking about the years of your life where you are supposed to have peace of mind, not financial chaos. You are either about to retire or you are already there, and you are feeling the squeeze. I get it. Prices are up, inflation is real, and the money doesn't seem to stretch the way it used to. So you see an ad or a coworker mentions an app called Branch. They tell you it is an earned wage access app. They tell you it lets you get your hard-earned money days before payday. And the big question keeps keeping you up at night, is Branch Cash Advance legit? Is it a scam? Or is it a safe harbor for your money? Let me give you the straight answer right now, with no sugarcoating, because you know I do not pull punches when it comes to your money. Yes, Branch is a legitimate company. They are a real financial technology platform. They partner with real banks, they offer real MasterCard debit cards, and they are embedded into the payroll systems of massive employers all across this country. They are not some fly-by-night scammer sitting in a basement waiting to steal your identity and drain your checking account. It is a legal, functioning business. They make it seamless. They say, hey, you worked 8 hours today. Why wait 2 weeks to get paid? Just tap this button on your screen and we will advance you $50 or $100 right now. And what happens to your brain when you see that? The fear vanishes for a second. The fear of that utility bill, the fear of the grocery line, it goes away because you have the cash right now. But let me ask you a question. What happens next week? What happens on actual payday? When that paycheck finally drops, the money you already took out is gone. Branch takes it right back automatically, straight out of your payroll or your account, before you even have a chance to touch it. So now, your next paycheck is short. It's short by $50 or $100 or $200. And because that paycheck is short, you can't cover your regular expenses next week. So what do? You open the app again. You take another advance. You have just entered the financial hamster wheel. You are now working this week to pay for last week, and you are borrowing from next week just to survive today. It is a cycle, a vicious, never-ending cycle, and it is the exact same psychological trap as the old-school payday loan storefronts that used to sit on every street corner. The only difference is that now, the storefront is beautiful, it has a sleek blue logo, and it lives right inside your pocket. I want you to understand how this works because knowledge is your power. Branch doesn't charge you traditional, sky-high interest rates. They don't call it a loan. They call it an advance on your own earned money. If you transfer the money to their specific Branch digital wallet and use their debit card, it can even be free. If you want it sent instantly to your regular old bank account, they charge you a small fee, a few dollars here and there. You might sit there and say to me, oh Susie, it's just a $3 fee or a $5 fee. What's the big deal? What is the big deal? Let's do the math. If you take an advance of $50 and you pay a $5 fee to get it instantly because you need to pay for gas right now, that $5 feels small. But that $5 is 10% of the money you borrowed. And if you are paying 10% to borrow money for just one single week, do you have any idea what that equals if you annualized it? That is an annual percentage rate of over 500%. 500%. You would look at a credit card with a 25% interest rate and say that is highway robbery. Yet, you are willingly handing over fees that calculate out to hundreds of percent because it feels small in the moment. So here is your actionable takeaway. This is what I want you to do starting today to protect your retirement. First, if you are currently using an app like Branch or Earnin or any of these payday advance tools, you need to stage a self-imposed financial intervention to break the cycle. You have to stop the advances cold turkey. Yes, it means next month is going to be incredibly tight because your paycheck will be short from the last advance. You might have to eat peanut butter and jelly for 2 weeks. You might have to cancel the cable television. You might have to look at every single subscription and cut it to the bone. Do it. Suffer through that one hard month so you can reset your baseline and get back to receiving a whole, untouched paycheck. Second, you must build a bare-bones emergency fund. I don't care if it's only $500 to start. If you are about to retire, you should ideally have 12 months of living expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account where it is safe, secure, and earning interest for you, not costing you fees. But if you don't have that yet, start small. Put $20 a week into a separate account that you do not touch. That way, when the tire blows out or the prescription cost catches you off guard, you do not look at your phone for a cash advance. You look at your own savings. You become your own bank. Third, I want you to sit down with a piece of paper and write down every single penny that went out of your life last month. Do not use an app for this. Use your hands and your eyes. Look at where the leaks are. If you are standing on the precipice of retirement and you are relying on early wage access apps to buy groceries, you are not ready to retire yet. You need to face that truth with courage. It is far better to work 6 months or 1 year longer to build a solid cash cushion than to retire into a trap of digital debt and continuous financial anxiety. You have worked too hard for too many years to let an app on a smartphone dictate your peace of mind. Be strong. Be smart. Stand in your own truth, control your own cash flow, and secure the retirement you truly deserve.